Hello and welcome everyone to another DC Universe online live stream. My name is Meps. I'm your community manager, and we're going to go around the room. Introduce yourselves.
SJ, Nerd of Prey, creative director. I'm going to talk about Metal Part 2.
I'm Oceans. Wait, no, I'm Red 5, systems design.
I forgot to prep you on who you were.
Yeah, I messed up that most important piece.
Megzilla. My latest title is Painter of Worlds, and I really like that.
Painter of Worlds?
Yeah.
Wow, that's very good.
I know, right?
I don't think there's anyone else in the room, so we can just... who's that?
Whoa, where did you come from?
Stuck in. That's Jackster.
Well, like, person was
fast. Welcome to the stream. We are here today to talk about Metal Part 2, the next episode coming to DC Universe Online this December. So, as you know, Metal Part 1 happened recently.
That's how it goes usually, Part 1 and Part 2.
So this is the follow-up. This is the sequel. This is the good stuff. Nerd of Prey, why don't you set us up with a real quick summary of what's happened in Metal Part 1 that we need to know as we start looking at Metal Part 2.
Okay, so Batman was missing. We find out in Part 1 that it was the Batman Who Laughs who took both Batman, and guess what? Superman went to go look for Batman. Also got taken by Batman Who Laughs. And then they were attached to a giant spire in a totally messed up version of, it's not distracting at all to have Jackster behind you, but messed up version of Gotham, the one that was taken over by Ivy once she got the card, and Mr. I almost said Captain Cold, Mr. Freeze once he got his card, and we faced off against Batman Who Laughed, and what we learned is all that metal we've been gathering, he actually needed to finish sinking our world into the Dark Multiverse.
Whoops. That sounds like my weekend.
Wow.
It's a little rough.
Yeah, that was a rough weekend. Let me tell you.
We just sat by the fire pit at my house, but okay.
That's great. Okay.
See, I'm a spire. I don't have
Spire pit.
a spire pit.
Jackster has a spire.
It's next level.
Right.
So
So
that's where we're at. Essentially, the universe is sinking into the Dark Multiverse.
Which, plug, there is a new comic book called Tales of the Dark Multiverse. So if you are big fans, the Batman Who Laughs trade has come out, and the Tales of the Dark Multiverse series has come out, which is like a dark what happens. And then, of course, there's the metal trades. You don't have to lean back. They can just see sort of like the little glimmers off my
They just needed to off
platinum blonde hair. Yeah, I dye this hair. Like, to get it to look this white, the only way to do it is
It's not cheap. This is true.
It's
a lot of work.
we appreciate the effort.
Once a month. Yeah. This isn't how your normal things go, is it?
Nah.
You
More or less.
Not
Not
exactly.
that far off.
They're all. Everybody here is like, so okay, all right.
Let's just jump right into it, shall we?
And away we go.
We're going to start with the styles because the styles are everything. No,
Oh,
they're not,
man.
but they're amazing.
Look at him.
Dawnbreaker.
Look at him. Where's the there? Look at him.
What's he doing in the Watchtower?
Just hanging.
We're just hanging out because we're a
Okay.
hero.
In fact, I think some folks were kind of crossing their fingers for the capsule that this would be in it. Well, it's not, but it is gear you can earn in Metal Part 2. If you look closely, very closely, he's got the bat symbol like in the
Oh, wow.
logo.
Nice.
It shows up better with some lighter colors, but it wouldn't have been Dawnbreaker
As
accurate. So
Man, is it always so damn hot in here?
Yes, it is.
It's like-
It is always
It's like
also
sweltering.
Only when we're in here.
By the way, we're all dying in Austin, for those of you who want to know, because it's been in the 40s.
We're not used to it.
No, we're not.
It's unnatural.
there's actually the only 5 non-sick people left in the building.
That's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
Right here
Well,
in this room.
3.5.
Actually, if you guys have seen like Dawn of the Dead, we're basically the last people alive in Austin. Cannibalism is sort of
Yeah, that's why we're Sans Oceans today. She's
Yep.
sick.
And Red 5
Or a
said
zombie.
he's half sick, so I guess we're going
We're
down.
all going to be
We're-
sick now.
we're all gonna be sick.
Great news, guys.
There's no more surprise.
Surprise.
I love how people are not even. They're like,
They're like,
just show us the stuff.
All right.
Shut up.
But
We're going to show you the next style in just a second, as long as I hit the right button.
Ah.
I did hit the right button, so it's
Oh.
good.
Ooh, nice.
Hang on. They're not going to see that. Yeah.
we all got so excited in the
I hope
room.
that someday they get to see
But
this
wait.
because it looks
No,
great.
they
No,
never
they
get
never
to see that.
ever get to
Ever.
see that.
That's too bad.
I
You
gotta
guys
be
are really
honest,
missing
gang.
out.
I get this shit for free, and I'm excited.
Helpful.
Wait,
All right, so
You
Dawnbreaker
I
Part
gotta
2.
show them-
You get this for free?
Jackster kills the what? Jackster kills the vibe.
Aw.
No, that's red 5.
Murdered that vibe.
That's red 5.
It's a good thing
What?
he's not here. Instead,
this-
you got Oceans.
I'm
Still
really
fun.
glad Ocean's
Red
is here.
5, explain how you get this.
Which one is this? This looks like an elite piece of gear. Yeah, so this one,
It's shiny.
the shiny gear. Yeah, so elite gear. You got to be in game to get it. You got to buy it off the vendor, and in order to equip it, you've got to start earning prestige with our faction on Thanagar. Oh, wait a second.
This is
Did you
the.
say something? Wait a minute.
You're
Do
backwards.
they know anything about that?
Yeah,
Um,
you're actually
don't know.
backwards.
Yeah,
Don't you-
surprise.
I mean,
Surprise!
Actually, isn't this the vendor member version?
No. This is
Okay.
this is the elite gear. Yep.
You
Okay,
changed
we're gonna
it.
trust.
So this is
Yeah,
the
whoever
elite.
said poor Jack, you should get like free subscription for life.
Now it's just gonna be poor Jack.
I mean,
in
the-
Twitch
yeah,
chat.
no,
I mean,
no.
the UI.
The what?
I can't believe you just said that. That was hilarious.
Oh no! Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah. In my
No,
defense,
no.
it- I read it. I read it right off the screen. I mean, it was just there.
I like to reward our more careful, viewers.
No, that's
Yeah.
good.
With
That's
early
good.
links.
That's good.
There was a spoiler in a post earlier that people were noticing on the forums. That
Oh,
yeah,
on
a little
the-
picture.
a
Yeah.
little picture spoiler.
Yeah,
Good
I like how we're like Thanagar, and people are like more Batman stuff.
Right.
You might want to bone up on your comics. Thanagar is kind of its own thing.
No, I think they were asking for more, or at least I hope they were.
No, just more Batman stuff.
I would
He's
like more
kind of a
Batman
big
stuff.
deal. And he is important in this, so I don't want to say that they're totally wrong about that. But there's a lot of other iconic stuff happening. Hawkgirl is a very important part of this story.
Speaking of
Which is
hawk
why-
people,
Ooh.
That is really nice. It's like an original take on. It's really good.
Yeah, I think it's highly inspired from the Metal Hawkman Found
Yeah.
Yes.
comic, which was
And
super
they made
awesome.
the little,
Yeah,
the little like energy bits in
Mhm.
his.
I like it because in my mind, it's like if Hawkman were on He-Man. Maybe
Nice.
He Hawkman.
a little crossover in my mind.
We're just gonna get sued through the bejesus for that, but
But I do recall the
Red
it
Five's
is- it
last
is-
line.
it
Man
is
at Arms.
kind of a combination
yes.
of a
Yeah,
few.
that's
Oh.
what exactly it
Is
is.
it too late to change the feet names?
no,
It is
It's never
very
too
too
late.
late.
It's actually
It's
not too
never
late.
And look at the wings; they're so pretty.
They are really nice.
I love it.
And
All right.
what's the feedback here? Let me see. I can't see that one.
they're loving it.
Are
He
they
Hawk.
really?
Ooh.
The helmet also reminds me of another licensed IP that I'm not going to mention for fear of being
Stop
sued.
it.
That looks great.
Good
Are
filter.
you telling me to stop it?
That's good stuff.
Look at
it really
that.
is. It's super
Look at
nice.
it.
What?
Here's the enhanced.
Yes, this is the enhanced one. Comes from
It's-
the.
Oh, with the glowy bits.
The wings.
I'm noticing
the
a
wings.
theme. I really. This is what I gotta go. How do I get this guy?
Oh, so this one you're going to get from the boxes that you get at the end of instances. So you get it, you finish an instance, you open a box that has a chance of containing one piece of
That's
these.
gonna be
If you're a
ton.
member or an owner, right?
Yes, if you remember.
Is this for all the instances, like solo 2, or just?
Yeah, all four. There is no solo, but if there were,
It's a duo.
it is a duo. We have a duo.
That
Yeah,
looks
the duo,
good.
the alert, and the 2 raids.
Bam! Wow! Wings.
Damn wings.
Good day. I love the chest piece and helmet.
I like how it's kind of ombre.
Got a question about how the wings look when you're flying. So
Let's find out.
Ooh,
Awesome.
locomotive.
Oh,
Wow.
gorgeous.
Don't try it at home though.
I like how
Won't get
we
too far.
graduated from having like one pair of cool wings to so many awesome wings. Because everybody looked the same before.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
now you can fly with a bunch of wings.
The visor is sick with the glowing. It looks very like you're. I think that's what you guys getting at. Very 80s sci-fi
Yes.
fantasy.
Yes.
By your command.
Some sort of law enforcement from the 80s, but like more high
Cybernetic
tech.
law enforcement.
Yeah.
What 80s did you live
One
in? Yeah, that's the way everybody
Detroit.
was in the 80s.
In Detroit in the 80s is a heck of a time.
Basically, Detroit in the 80s was Thanagar. There you go. There you have it.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Actually, nobody really knows what Thanagar looks like. It's a mystery to everyone. It's I wonder.
Unless they saw
Well,
the
true, because it doesn't.
unless they saw the time capsule background.
Speaking of, what does Thanagar look like?
Speaking of,
Dope.
I hope
Good
that someday
question.
I can live in a world where that.
What are these people have questions? I'm going to scoot around.
Yeah,
Jen.
come
I'm
on
gonna
over.
Read some of the questions.
So I know people are wondering, there are no emblem slots on either gear suit. There was no place to put them. So I'm sorry, but emblem slots are coming.
And like in the Dawnbringer, we wanted to sculpt out the symbol in the bat.
Oh yeah, it's all 3D, so
Yeah.
it just looks super cool.
And same with the hawk. It's like there's so many layers involved.
Thanagar-
It's not just an emblem.
Thanagar regulation actually
Look at
requires that they have the Thanagar symbol on the Hawk gear. It's like a municipal code. We had to follow it.
So the
the
gist of it
facts.
is, Hawk Girl reaches out and says, "Hey, I know metal's really bad, but there'll be no Earth to save unless we stop this cannon from blowing up the Earth."
What cannon?
Which-
Yeah.
So wait.
Wait, what is that?
So does the cannon take the energy from a nearby star and then fire it across the galaxy, or?
We will have to ask one of the Thanagarians
Oh.
how it works.
We didn't get that man.
I was
And they're not
making
talking.
an allusion to it. That's a big cannon.
it's
is
a
a
big
big
cannon.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay.
That's also another weekend thing.
There's actually a really poorly placed exhaust port there that you can just stick right up in.
We got ships flying in the
Well, I
distance.
mean, we've got Red 5. It all makes sense.
I'm going to keep hammering on these Star Wars
Let's see,
jokes.
let's see what. Oh no, I gotta watch Mandalorian. Oh wait, that's right.
Is this
I
open
gotta
world
head
or
home.
raid? This is the open world,
I
folks.
gotta
Yeah,
go.
this is an open. Yeah, so she asks you to report here to help out because her contacts on Thanagar have told her that they're planning on trying to stop. Their plan is to try to stop the sinking by blowing up Earth, and she's kind of like, I'm not sure that's going to work. Maybe we should talk to the government. They don't have a very friendly, like democratic republic thing happening on Thanagar. They're very militaristic. The only thing they really understand is might and precision.
I mean, that does make it right.
Sorry.
No.
You're very proud of yourself.
Pick
on that
one,
one.
SJ.
Dramatic pause.
Yeah.
Just getting to look at the buildings here.
It's super cool. I've been actually running around Thanagar for the last few days, playtesting things, and I can't get over how great it looks and
Yeah.
how much fun it is to explore.
Everybody agrees with you. All right, have a good weekend, everybody. I'm gonna get out of here.
See
Later,
ya.
Jack.
Friday, guys.
He's like, it's too hot in here.
Well,
It is
Tim,
very sweaty in
flying.
here.
Go Bucks.
Bye, Jack.
Bye, Jack.
I think he said go Iowa or something. I'm not sure.
I thought it was Go Cougs.
Go Cougs.
Like Wazoo.
What? No, like the University of Houston Cougars.
Oh, my
yeah.
Washington is showing. I want everyone to know I painted the planets and it was very difficult. So everyone look up in the sky.
Can we get a look at those planets?
Oh,
is
yeah,
this
sure.
your planet?
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Everybody
it's
look
got
at my
rings and
little
everything.
Planet.
There's a planet. Are there more than one planet?
It's like scientifically
are.
accurate.
Planet.
Thank you.
It's pretty impressive. Oh, there's another one. Gosh, there's planets. And
What?
it's like two planets. And are they colliding, or is that a moon?
They're just hanging out. Everyone needs a friend.
There's there's an exploration mission here. When you
Yeah.
first get here, you kind of like on Titan's Island. You go around and you listen to all of the points of interest in the area, and it gives you a little bit of backstory on Thanagar, and it has kind of like a funny. This is one of those things when we're just riffing in a room, and it kind of just
It happened.
claws. Its hawk claws got into us, and the idea is this poor general of the Thanagarian army has been tasked with trying to increase travel and tourism to Thanagar, but he has no idea how to sell it. So he's like, "This is our cannon. It's big." It's pretty funny. So
I had to take the wings off because they block so much of the screen.
This is where you
That's
punch
true.
people.
we like to punch. Ooh, look
So
at
what's
that
going
nth
on
metal.
here?
Look,
Do you know what's
'cause
going on
of
here?
course there's nth metal on Thanagar. Or is that 10th metal? No, that's it.
No, it's at metal.
Spoilers.
Yeah, the stuff is just
Yeah,
everywhere.
so you have to gather it up. I love these little boxes
hmm
and the cool effects on them.
It's
Really
like
neat.
they're being assembled for some great purpose.
Or something.
I mean, it can't be anything good.
No.
Yeah,
I
so
know how
it's
these
like
things go.
summoning. Yeah, that's a good guess. And you might see that there's two
That's a very
factions
shiny.
on
person
Thanagar.
there.
We unofficially call them doves and hawks, but we don't want to call them that in game because that might be confusing because hawk and dove are actually characters.
Right? That is confusing.
But it's kind of like the really highly militaristic, solve everything with fighting, and the slightly more peaceful, like, maybe we should talk about this first group. And they look distinctively different. The peaceful ones wear like silver armor. And they kind of, they're all like, yay, Thanagar, but one's a little more like, yay, Thanagar, F everyone else kind of thing.
What did that guy just do?
I don't know, but he's running away real quick.
Uh-oh.
Look, if you see something, say something.
I saw something.
And
All right.
so a lot of this episode has to do with, it's kind of a callback to the Road to Metal where a lot of this happened, but we wanted to kind of do a full circle thing because in the end we're going to go to the Dark Multiverse and some very important Hawk themed stuff happens there, and so we wanted to like lay the ground for telling that story and it having an emotional impact. That sounded like I was doing an interview. I'm sorry.
I mean, you kind of are.
So
job.
sorry.
What would you say is your biggest weakness?
Can you show the map overlay? Sure.
I try too hard.
Here's the map.
It's not one of the largest open worlds, but there's an entire interior that you go into for, I believe, one of the raids that will give you a sneak peek at. So like you can see the building and then oh no, guys, what happened?
Oh, that was really sad.
Oh, I didn't
to
mean
watch.
to show the brand. But
It's
yeah,
a-
that was really sad. I was like, dribble, dribble, dribble.
It's weird. There's only one of these what do you call this?
It's like a sigil.
It's like a sigil.
A rune sigil? Or maybe it's like your nth metal storage circle.
Sigil's
It's
closer.
like a circle Ouija board.
A circle board.
You just put like a
Circle Ouija.
Roomba on there and it'll do the work for us.
We are stalling just a little bit so the guy will run out and put the last
The-
the last block down.
Did you like ask
probably on
somebody
break.
to do this?
Just make
No.
him do it.
Oh, or is this an? Oh, it's okay. I get it. I
It,
get
uh,
it.
it
I get
occurs.
I get it. I didn't know if it would happen.
Oh, here he comes.
This
Oh.
quickly.
He's looking a little suspicious.
He's walking too fast to be like casual, but not
He's like,
fast
nobody
enough.
look at me. I'm not doing anything.
This is
Nothing
normal.
happening here.
The ground begins to rumble.
As infinite fuses together. Sorry, I kind of just stole that.
No, that's
from you.
good. Yeah. What's going on? What is going on?
Sorry.
Okay, I've
Can I hear
actually-
it? I could stop doing.
I've
that.
actually never seen this before. This is awesome.
It's like a giant hawk dude in metal golem.
Mhm. So that's cool.
is this a
That's the
solo
boss.
mission? I don't
Yeah,
think
is
it
this a
Probably
solo
not.
mission? Yeah, right.
Bring your friends.
No, you're gonna want friends for this one. Super cool. Very super cool.
We
Just wanna
don't
show
have
that.
to be friends. We just need to work together. It's okay.
All right, we're
Cover
gonna
your
jump
eyes.
into. Sorry, go ahead.
Nope. Nothing.
No.
Nothing
Keep
constructive.
jumping. Where are we jumping?
Nobody
We're
here
gonna
does
jump
that?
I'm
into-
just sassing back here. Sorry.
We've got
It's
open world,
Friday.
duo alert, and 2 raids. So we're gonna jump into the duo first. Let me type the things. That's kind of funny.
No.
That was,
No.
that was definitely the wrong button.
No, you didn't see that. Nobody saw that. I didn't see it.
So set us. There we go. Set us up for the duo while I type in the words to make it happen.
The duo is just, it's trippy and cool, just like metal. And the idea here is, like in the comics, you go to the Oblivion Bar first because it's like the safest place where because it's kind of in its own universe, so it's safe from the sinking. And they're like, oh, we're totally safe to talk here about what we're going to do. Nothing could possibly happen here. Obviously, something's going to happen. And do you want them to watch it, maybe?
I was gonna skip the Oblivion Bar altogether.
Oh, okay. And the Batman Who Laughs kind of, I'm going to say it, dumps Batman out at our feet. And he's basically rigged him as a bomb. Isn't that hilarious?
As
He
you do.
thinks it's really funny.
It's pretty funny.
That's
And
hilarious.
so Martian Manhunter, a great telepath,
Yep, I'm good to go.
while Nightwing's trying to like actually use science to deactivate the bomb, Martian Manhunter is like, well, we're going to enter Batman's mind and try to save him from Barbatos's
It
influence.
seems like a great place to be. I see no problems with
Yeah.
that whatsoever.
Yeah, it's
Totally
really healthy
safe.
in there.
Safe,
Yeah.
healthy.
Safe and healthy.
It's well adjusted.
So it's actually like just this weird, like dreamy duo where you're going through these memories that Batman, and we do reveal he's Bruce to you because Martian Manhunter's like, promise me you won't remember this. And you're like, sure.
Now I'm definitely
Right.
going to not forget.
So we're in the Batcave, but we're not in the Batcave. We're
It
in
is-
his
It
memories.
is the Batcave of his mind.
This is like what Bruce thinks of the Batcave as being in his
And,
mind.
You'll notice it's darker.
And like, it's kind of sepia. It's kind of like weird. And Ocean's actually put like a processing on the map, so it looks just kind of trippy when
In the
you're in there.
distance, yeah.
It does remind me of like a dream when you can't really focus on anything and you try and
you may notice some
Maybe that's
things
just
are
me.
slightly different because Barbatos and the Dark Knights are impacting his mind. They're trying to make him one of them, like he's always meant to be. And so, like, the penny was replaced by the Merciless's drachme, and yes, I've been playing Odyssey.
That was good.
And then
Nailed it.
the dinosaur is Dawnbringer's contribution because he's emo and likes creepy creatures, and so he turned it into a construct with little bats.
Speaking of which,
And you just
hey.
kind of look around, and then you see these little vignettes of them trying to
We're fighting.
make Bruce afraid and doubtful, and you're not strong enough. If you want to be strong enough to protect everybody, you have to join us. Blah blah blah.
so just to recap what just happened in the content, we went up to the dinosaur and like a memory triggered. Is that how we're kind of phrasing it?
It's a false memory.
Right.
Because they're messing with his
Right.
head, and he's not remembering things right, and they're sowing doubt in him, scaring him. Barbatos has always wanted all the Bruces to, he's the original Bat God. Bruce should be part of. It's actually very exceptional when he's not. In all of the good worlds, when Bruce, is a good guy, there's just as many where he's bad.
Which is terrifying.
Makes me sad when I say that.
All right,
And
we're
that
gonna
may
take
not
out.
be an accurate balance. There may not be the same of both, but there are many of both.
Oh, look, now he wants you to heal him.
Right.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
I don't think he deserves. What are you doing?
It's a
Oh,
secure.
Oh look.
Oh,
It's
It's
actually Bruce.
it's really big of you.
And happy to say that Kevin Conroy is back. Yes. Voicing.
I think I've got voice too low.
Kevin Conroy's Batman is the second father I never had. It's true.
Dark.
I mean, I had a father. He was great. It still is. He's awesome.
And it's you uncover different ones each time you go in. It's
Right.
not all of them every time.
Right. There's some randomness there in which ones you get, which is cool.
So the first time you play it, you'll get a few, and the next time you play it, you might see different ones. You might roll really bad and see
I
the
was
same
hoping
ones.
we'd get my favorite, but
Aw.
we didn't. It's very sad.
I'm gonna hope that some of these are base items.
Oceans.
Yeah, I know. I literally just imported a couple.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's the one you wanted.
My fave. And they also explain where they came from and how they became who they were.
Actually, really like that shot of him standing in front of the car,
No, it's
just
good.
sort of looking.
Like, what's
just
up?
like, hey, it's me and my Batmobile.
This is the charity car wash for Barbatos. Yeah.
Charity for Red Death. Death charity.
I'm not doing that live stream.
No.
Extra death. Extra metal. I think I wore this ring last time. My creepy
That's
metal ring.
quite metal.
It's
Yeah,
so
I can see
metal.
that.
I can't even count how many times this year I've said metal just like that.
I stopped at nothing.
These are really
sacrificed
neat.
everything
talking.
in my attempt to change the past, to bring back my parents and my fallen friends.
Just a little bat speak. A little bit of Conroy. He's done.
Speak to be Batman.
Batman.
So do you want to show more memories or do you want us to jump out of here so we
Let's
don't show so
jump.
much?
Leave them something to see later.
All right. So there are a bunch of those in there. I think there's 5 different ones, and you do 3 each
I
time.
guess,
Is that what you
yeah,
said?
it's randomized.
Very cool.
Use Red Death for every DLC. I don't know if you're being sarcastic, but don't give me any ideas.
Like,
I mean, I feel like he fits in anywhere, really. Teen Titans featuring Red Death.
So kids.
Red Death and Aquaman adventures in
Man,
Atlantis.
when I was on stage at Comic Con and I did some Deathstroke trivia, the answer was Slade, and nobody
nobody
got
got it.
it. I'm like, go see the Teen Titans movie. It is funny.
That was super funny.
We are jumping into the alert now. What's going on in the alert?
The
You wanna start
alert.
us out?
Oh, so in the open world, on Thanagar, there's actually Green Lantern Tilarto was back, and there were many Green Lanterns that had been metallized and other Lantern Corps people on Thanagar, which was kind of super weird, but I like the cosmic space kind of were out on the other worlds. And you actually find out that Dawnbreaker went to Owen Science Cells and was breaking out all the prisoners and metallizing them and sending them to Thanagar because they're trying to get control of the giant overcompensating cannon. So, Talarto is asking for help to stop it, shut it down. In the first part, we go to another area after this.
Let's just get it started.
I'm glad to see
Just
you.
gonna talk a bit.
It's been rough dealing with all those metal-covered lanterns on Thanagar.
Sometimes it's nice to just have a part of a map where it's like an arena, and you kind of can just stay put and focus on the mechanics of the gameplay as the waves come. I don't want to do that all the time; that gets boring. But
Right. Owen's really, really good though.
it's
I
one
gotta
of my
say.
favorites, and I think is that where the first survival mode was? Science cells.
Sounds right.
Yeah,
let's
I
go.
love.
Is that right, Megzilla?
What? I was not listening.
You're already.
Do you like
Are
Owen?
you already like off the clock on
Yeah,
your
I am.
Happy hour starts now.
Yeah.
But it made sense for Dawnbringer to go to. Oh, look at the little symbols. They're Dawnbringer now.
Choke the light. No
Act
brightest
like
day
that's cute.
escapes
It's
my
really
sight.
creepy. And they're
I
going
turn the
to
dawn to midnight. Beware my power, Dawnbreaker's might.
He's kind of a freak.
He's so creepy. He's a creep. He's a total creep.
He's a weirdo.
And so he starts. His thing is he makes constructs out of like the kind of stuff like a really creepy eighth grader would draw on like the back of their math book. And so we took all of the nastiest things you could find in the game, and he makes constructs versions of them. That's a Sharon special.
Just giving you guys a little
Sharon.
look at the battlefield. I think I'm gonna survive.
I love the construct bats.
Do we have one?
They were swirling
They
around.
were around.
I don't think you're going to be very successful on your own.
Yeah, this
You don't think so?
this fight is actually one of the more metal moments I think of the entire thing because things escalate really
Did
quickly
you
here.
see that?
That's great.
Yeah,
That's
Great.
Yep.
awesome. I love it.
That looks like bad news.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't paying
You
attention.
did not press mouse
I
buttons.
did not. I definitely did not.
This is a really fun fight.
Don't
Yeah,
stand in that.
it's
I
a
don't
good.
know if you'll see one. I have a favorite construct, but I don't know.
I think I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, that's the
that
one.
was it.
It's
So
it's a
awesome.
Twitch emote. Oh wait, no, I think we're talking about different ones. Yeah, okay, I know which one you're talking about. That one's really cool.
It's a emote.
Yeah, there's one that's a Twitch emote.
Twitchy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
No,
so
I
cool
just really
that
want to know.
anywhere you would imagine there being like a lantern logo or a bat thing is his double logo. That's so cool. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Charon is saying get closer to him.
I'm not sure.
He says Charon says get closer to him for
Who
that.
said that?
Who? What?
Charon. Karan.
Get closer to.
To
Probably
Dawnbreaker.
Karen. Just kidding. I'm
Thanks,
kidding.
Karen.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you guys are gonna
I
have a fist fight in pit later, I think. Here he is.
feel like I just ruined our relationship.
He's my
Me and
favorite.
Karen.
Was that the same?
That was straight up a sea monster.
You said the creepiest things in our game.
That thing is. I wonder if the. Oh, I don't think he ever does it.
I know some creepy things, but I don't think it makes sense for it to be here.
Well, I mean, I think
Like
that's
our,
Dawnbreaker's specialty.
Our Bruce Wayne child model.
Oh no, he is in here.
Oh,
Oh wait, no, he was in the duo.
fantastic.
He was, yeah, being
Good
creepy.
news. He's back.
I don't think the sea beast is creepy though. I think he's adorable. I'm advocating to get a plushie made out of him. I might just make one of my own.
I mean, they do make plushie out of like bacteria, so I guess that's
Yeah,
fair.
anything's cute in plushie form.
Does he summon Tiomaro?
Is who? What?
Jawbreaker, a construct of Tiomaro?
Is he also creepy?
Yeah, he's a little rough.
He summons all of the toy people.
Oh gosh.
Toy man.
That's where China is.
That is.
I thought Batuba was
where-
there.
Oh dear. I love how happy they look in this concept.
Even Batman looks a little bit.
He's like,
happy,
yeah.
which is disturbing.
I love learning and maps.
All right, so now we're in the first raid,
Yay.
and we're gonna watch this little intro to get a little look at somebody.
You're here. The Thanagarians have confirmed that the key of Atlan
Oh,
and the
sick of
Phoenix Cannon can open a portal to the Dark Multiverse. Hawkgirl is speaking with the Thanagarians now to get access to the cannon.
Listen up. The Thanagarians have agreed to let us attempt an incursion into the dark dimension.
Why, that looks
This
like
is
a
our
refreshed
one
Hawk
shot.
Girl.
Can you
These
tell us what's
soldiers
going
will
on here,
escort us to
Magdala?
the control room and watch our backs. If we
She's
fail,
got a new outfit.
they use the Phoenix
New
cannon to
textures.
destroy Earth.
That's what's happening.
That's what's happening. I think that's what she said. Look at my new outfit and new texture.
That's why I brought you here.
shut up.
Look at me.
It's like a big reveal party. She had her entire crew, her posse.
They're going to, as you can see, the Phoenix cannon control room to try to stop it from going off. And what happened is the Dark Knights are actually trying to take over the cannon to, what do you think, guys? I'm just going to say reverse the polarity because that's what always does it, and use it against the Earth to accelerate the sinking into the
ambush. It's a
Dark
trap.
Multiverse.
I almost made it.
So this is our opportunity to go inside the Phoenix
They
cannon's
must be
like
after the
base
Phoenix cannon.
and try to
Why
shut
would
it.
the cult want the cannon?
I do want to point out that the alert is not just the science cells. You actually go to a new map that's Atlantis themed, where you find. I bet you know.
Did you want to jump over there? I kind of was
It's
just
pretty.
gonna. We'll go
I
back
just
to
wanna
the
be-
The villain's cool too.
Mhm.
We'll go back to alert after we check out this one a
Okay,
little bit.
we'll check it out later. It's really neat. It's really neat. In Atlantis.
So these guys look pretty cool. The kind of evil cultist dudes.
Yeah.
Did you explain
yeah,
about the
she's-
cult?
I did not.
Do you want to?
So on top of the warmongers and the peace guys, there's these. Oh my gosh, what do we call them? It's like the seven devils.
Devils? Yes.
Yeah,
Sorry.
seven devils. Oh, it's on the screen. I could just read the screen. Anyway, I remembered. Yay! And they're from the comics, and they're like a
Save
cultist
yourself
group
the
on Thanagar that most everybody don't like. So it's a third faction, and they're always trying to raise this Thanagarian god creature. I think it's like Omar Sen. I hope I'm saying that right.
Something like that.
And so that's what they're wanting to do. They're wanting to use all this nth metal and stuff to raise their big Thanagarian god dude.
It's good to have a goal. It's a very clear purpose in life.
And that's actually related to the crazy folks we saw in World Thanagar, I believe.
Yes, they're out there doing their Beals meals.
They're causing all sorts of trouble in Thanagar right
Yes,
now. I
somebody
think.
very excitedly, Sable Falcon was like, Omar Sen's cultists!
SYNN.
I did not
is how
know
you
he had a
spell it.
fan group.
He literally has a fan group. It's a cult.
Oh,
It's kind of a big deal.
It's called.
Got it.
So I'm just gonna push through a little bit here. I'm not using enough nines in my kill everything.
Not using enough now. Oh, I get it. I'm like, what are you talking? It's been a long week.
Curse you and your people.
Curse you and your people. Nice.
Wow. Yeah, they don't like outsiders very much. It's so like Justice League cartoon showy. I love seeing Hawk Girl and Wonder Woman together, even though it's not technically the same Hawk Girl. Anyway.
Details.
So we're gonna poke into this.
Let's not show this. This
not
is
one.
important.
You want to save?
Let's save
the
this
character.
one. Can we show it in another way?
Yes.
Okay. I don't want to show this part.
Okay. We won't show this part. We're going back.
This is.
Do you want to show any more of the environment? You can just kill everything, or no?
Nah.
Yeah. Okay. So actually, recap where we are while I get up.
So this
the
is
character.
the Phoenix Cannon base, I guess. The Phoenix Cannon control room. You're trying to stop the Dark Knights from using the cannon to accelerate the descent into the Dark Multiverse. You actually get a really cool fight with all of them, which is kind of really dang hard. Right? I think they're tuning it right now because it was like, yes, 4 Dark Knights.
Turns out fighting a bunch of Dark Knights
was
is
very
pretty hard.
painful. They were very, very powerful.
I kind of
there's-
stuck her in a wall.
There's
but-
also some nifty. Did you make the bird logos for the puzzle?
Yes.
There's a cool puzzle room where you need to unlock the door and you have to like look at the sign and go, oh, we need to go do this over here, and you look up, and then you got to go do this one. It's really nifty, and it uses the little hawk emblem to communicate it. There she is.
Yes.
It's surprise, Lady Blackhawk. I'm sure no one would have guessed that after the time capsule came out featuring what Lady Blackhawk. So she obviously is an important part of it. And she is Hawk Girl under Barbatos's influence.
Corrupted.
essentially.
It feels like it's one of those things where he tries to corrupt them, but then they snap out of it eventually and just become more powerful and they look cooler.
Then you're like, whoops! Barbatos is like, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
It's a classic trope.
I'm keeping this costume.
Yeah. She's like, you know what? This is pretty cool. I'm going
Thanks
to wear
for
this
the
for the rest
upgrade.
of the episode.
Yep. So
But
she's
yeah, I didn't
super
want to
cool.
reveal how it all goes down.
That's fair. Got to play the content to learn things.
Mhm.
Okay, we're gonna jump back to the alert because I think I made Sharon sad and everybody sad.
I was
Wow.
sad.
Yeah.
Here.
My fault.
But it's a
don't know
new
what we missed.
part of the silent school. Though, where is Nerd of Prey at? Hi. Oh, I like that one. Oh damn, it's gone.
Oh.
Anyway, it's like another area of the silent school that is Orion's tomb, and he is one of the great sorcerers. He had a whole book 20, 30 years ago.
It's like in the 70s, right?
Sharon actually is a big Orion fan, and he was like so stoked to do this room. That's what those symbols are. That were, I think we might have seen these before.
They were in Atlantis. The
Yeah,
little
but
diamond
we
things.
never like went to his actual like. You're not there yet. You have to fight your way there. But
So it's located in the silent school. So you have to go back to the silent school and then find your way to his tomb, right?
yes, but it actually unlocks a new room we've never been to.
Right.
So it's totally new area.
Is there a quick way to get there?
There's a I don't know, but there's like a tomb that's completely new and a bunch of new mechanics in there.
I'm watching
And
the
the
chat.
reason is we need the key of Atlan, an artifact to use in the Phoenix Cannon that we were just at. So you get the key here and you take it to the Phoenix Cannon. It's kind of like a skeleton key, and you just kind of go bloop. Now it's our cannon. Oh gosh, I'm
I
glad
think
they're
it's
not
a-
seeing that. He's doing some
Mara
weird
has the
cheaty
city
stuff
well
here.
in hand.
Oh,
We even learned a
it's
few
over.
things about how to take down.
I killed it. No spoilers.
Oh,
Oh, did you
well,
want
we're
them to see
watching a
this?
In a
cool.
moment. They're not watching this.
I know we are.
Do
I
you
want
want
them to
them
see
to?
this part.
No.
I mean, they
Some
gotta see
days-
her.
Okay.
Flip over.
Oh,
Yeah.
who is that?
And she is gonna do some stuff and
mine.
pose.
Oh my god.
Dramatically.
So
Man,
cool.
shout out to Batuba who's been making some cinematics and they look awesome.
That's true. But it has done several cinematics for this episode. They are awesome.
Oh
I'm
no.
sorry. I'm sorry. 1 sec.
They don't look anything like that.
Here she is.
It's one of my favorite designs. She's just so cool looking. And she uses a cool mechanic that's called dead water. And it can become very deadly in this room.
Yeah.
I'll just say that.
Is that all you want to say?
And you don't have a scuba suit this time, so you in trouble. But she's also trying to get to the key of that land, but we get there first, or at the same time, and then kick her butt.
Spoiler.
Sorry.
Megzilla,
What's up?
do you recall anything about this NPC and outfit?
The
Matrix?
outfit was released a long time ago,
Yes.
and Jayhawk did the model. These are facts.
Both true.
Didn't you do the
And
concept?
accurate.
I
Yeah.
recall you drawing it
Yeah.
different ways.
Yes. There was a lot of variations. I mean, this was like back in
So
a lot of time capsules
So
ago.
when
It
Jayhawk
was.
made
This
the
is old news.
when Jayhawk made the model for her, did she go off of your concepts for the player gear?
Yes. And then she obviously sculpted a
Yes,
unique
this
face.
The face is quite different. Yeah.
Yeah, she
And
looks
just
awesome.
to clarify, we did go back to the alert to show the other area.
Yes.
People are like, wait, what?
Sorry. This is the.
The final
This
area.
is the other area.
of these mirrors are important. I'm not telling you why. There's the tomb.
What's going on here?
It's really cool. I think that's a base item.
Yes.
I think somebody asked, is there new music? Yes. Again, the Dark Knights got new theme songs. So the new Dark Knights means new theme songs.
Is that what's playing right now?
Probably.
I offered
I
to
can't
hum
hear
something.
it, so I don't know. But there's some new music
Right, that
in
was a
this
dumb
episode.
question.
It was really important to our audio person who does not have a dev name, so I'm not going to say his name, that he make the extra time. He poured his heart out into it, spent extra hours giving them new music because it's metal. And I think there was some feedback that the first one wasn't metal enough,
So we had to up the ante.
so there, I can't remember which one, but one of these theme songs he kind of like went for it a little bit and put in actual guitar tracks.
It's really good.
So, but, yeah. New music's always
All
makes
right.
me happy.
Let's jump into the second raid, at least briefly, and take a look at a couple of characters. I'll type. Do you want to set up
Sorry, say that again.
the second raid?
Yeah. What about it? Where we going? We going there?
We're going to go
We're
there,
gonna go there.
and you're going to tell us what we need to know when we land
Okay, I can do that.
without spoiling too much.
I think this
You can do
might
it.
be my favorite one. If we're going where I think we're going.
So I'll get us
Oh, we are.
ready to go. there. At the end of Raid 1, which is on Thanagar, we actually use the cannon. What?
I was just being excited
Oh.
about using the cannon.
You being excited freaked me out. So Batman reconfigures the cannon to blow a hole in the universe, essentially, so that we can creep into the Dark Multiverse and try to take care of business. It's like we're going to the bathroom, but that's not what I meant. So we are now in the Dark Multiverse.
Whatever it takes, Batman will do whatever it takes.
Wherever it takes, whatever it takes.
I heard the Batman always wins.
That is accurate.
You made it. We were just
Batman's
discussing
talking.
our plan of attack.
When I was under Barbatos's control, the connection went both ways. I learned what he fears. 10th metal. The metal from which worlds are born. 10th metal makes
Is he
anything
done?
possible.
Nope.
She's not done.
Pure,
Oh, okay.
concentrated hope. Superman would always choose hope first.
Something about
As long as
Superman.
I've known Superman, he's been the most selfless person I've ever met.
We can find concentrated 10th metal in the World Forge. It's nearby.
What are we waiting for
You're
then?
looking extra
Let's
radiant.
go.
Where is Superman? Someone just asked in chat.
Superman ain't here.
Sleeping.
Not in this corner of the Dark Multiverse.
So we're just going to take a look at a little bit of the zone.
Can we take a look at the sky of the
There's
zone?
something you need to know.
And then
Hawkman
paint this
is the
one.
Forge of Worlds.
You're like, I don't want to look at it.
It's still pretty cool. It
I
also
don't
I
wanna
has
look at
didn't do this. Don't show it.
Uh,
This is where all the failed worlds go. Those are failed worlds up there. So they're devoid
The
of
Dark
life.
Multiverse
They've
has
been
changed all of us.
absorbed
We'll
into the
find
Dark
Hawkman and
Multiverse.
we'll rescue him.
And look at that! It's so sad. I saw it in the playtest the other day and almost cried.
What?
It's Smallville.
Yeah.
Oh, is
So-
that what that
so,
is?
Yeah, these are pieces of other Earths that have been melted in here. Some of these are from our Earth because it's like all getting combined into this like nasty, dark, oozing universe. And so the idea is like we're sliding in, and first you run, then you slide, but then you hit a bump and take a dive right into the Dark Multiverse.
wow,
And
this
so-
is an adventure.
You run, then you slip, and then you slide. Yeah.
So
Sounds like a lot of
I
fun.
think Oceans actually worked.
Yes.
Built
Yeah.
this map. Yeah,
I sure did. Yeah, I worked hard at this map. Me, Oceans.
And so she just ripped up all of these iconic things from the universe and put them in the failed universe.
It was really a labor of love.
And the spire, as you can see, is back there.
Yeah, if it's not obvious, we're going.
We're heading to the spire on the horizon. The same one from the first one that went straight down into Dark Multiverse.
Okay.
But I don't know how much we want to show.
I was going
We
to
could
jump to the last room and just show a boss, but no cameras or anything.
What about you're like,
I
not
don't-
what that means.
Are we doing
Write it
charades
down.
again? Because I was really good at this. One word.
This guy.
Oh.
No, wait, they both have wings. Big
Big guy.
I think it,
Hawk Kaiju.
Yes. That's
Yeah.
who else would I be? Oh, okay.
I thought you were talking about the person written on the paper there, the last one, but you're not.
No, I wasn't.
You're right. That's their
That's my
artist before
initial.
that. You're right. Okay.
What?
Well,
Or like my initial thought, I was like, that
we could do
he
both.
has those. But so
Wings
does
are-
everyone.
Wings are very popular in this multiverse, apparently.
And I don't
Sorry,
think
that's awkward.
anybody in chat got my reference about running and sliding, and I'm kind of scared about it.
I'm not sure I got it.
I'm still hung up on slip and slides.
Well, it was a type of
Was it the one with the crocodile theme?
Yes!
I
Thank
love
you.
that. Yeah.
Yes, I just didn't
You're like,
say
he's
it.
going to get you, but he's inflatable. So you're safe.
So he got you, and you're fine.
Yeah. I haven't used a slip and slide since college.
So back to the map. I love big monsters, and I know you guys love fighting the big monsters. They're really easy to see and telegraph what they're doing, and also they just look. I caught myself this time. They look really, which is not a bad word. They look really cool.
Mhm.
So there's quite a bit of big monsters in here, which we actually skipped over something that I don't really want to show right now, and it's actually a challenge that the Batman Who Laughs makes you do. It's not a boss fight.
Right.
We tried
that
something
one.
different this time, and it's a game he makes you play. Your whole team has to play. It's you and Batman against the Batman Who Laughs, and it's something new, and we're still polishing the details, so we don't want to show it yet.
Yeah.
But it's really cool, and you made new art for it. That
I
is
did.
some of the best stuff I've ever seen. It is
Oh, wow.
so cool.
So check back for that.
Yeah, so we're not going to show you this stuff that's like blowing me away, but you'll see it soon, and it is just, it's epic, and like it's one of those things that like I wish we could like make products,
That would
but
be
we don't
cool.
have a license to do
Right,
that because
right.
these things are so cool looking.
Well-
But anyway,
We should print some out just to play with them.
that would be
Just like at
really-
the
Well,
desk.
okay, we can play with them here. That's fine.
We'll see.
But there he
what we can
is.
do. So
Forge
this
Master.
is one of the big bosses.
He's so
I guess,
cool.
the biggest.
So Barbatos, the first movie made was he tricked Hawkman, just like he did Batman, into coming into the Dark Multiverse. And you heard all about that in the collections in part 1. And this is what happened to Carter. He became the dragon of the Forge, and now he is like against his will protecting it. And so we're going to either take him out or save him or something.
Whatever it comes to.
Whatever we have to do.
It's
Honestly,
all
the
the
ball's in
same.
his court.
It's all the same.
And so that's why Hot Girl's with us here, because this is really important to her. And her journey is about like kind of being a little like, well, we got to do whatever we got to do. There's no way we can save Carter or the universe. Rah, 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 rah. And then she sees him. And Wonder Woman's kind of like, I think I know how this is going to play out. They kind of have a relationship over thousands of years.
Like,
I mean, that's
actually, no, never
There's-
mind.
she's like,
Doesn't need.
I've moved on.
Yeah.
it's pretty casual, I think.
Totally cash. Totally cash. So it's a really dramatic moment. I just saw Batuba's camera cutscene for this, and it was really touching.
What did you do?
I spawned them right next to each other like an idiot.
It's an abomination.
So we saw Hawk Girl earlier, so we don't
It's
need
like
to see her again.
What are they called?
But in addition to, Crazy Dude, we also have a new Hawkman.
Wait, I didn't even know this existed.
yes.
Really?
Really? I had
Yes!
not seen him before.
Oceans.
Well, I'm so busy making environments and doing effects. And just being
Refreshed.
altogether
Hawkman.
amazing.
Oh, look at him. He looks so good.
Wow, he looks fantastic. Much more like that crossover that I mentioned earlier that we can't talk about in my mind.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, he looks absolutely
This is like by the power of Thanagar.
badass.
Also.
He looks just so freaking cool. I'm so happy to get to do. Which, by the way, he just had his 80th anniversary. So did Hawk Girl.
Whoops.
So it was their 80th too.
Missed that one.
What? Oh well, everybody's gonna have. An
I guess we
anniversary
didn't miss
every
it.
year.
They're kind of piling up now.
And yeah, and I didn't get around to tweeting it because I've been very busy. But I was really like, I want to leak something, but I shouldn't. And this would, this is it. And it's exciting to on their 80th get to do an episode that features them so heavily.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like Batman and Hawkman and Hawkgirl. Happy 80th
With makeovers. Yay!
Extreme Makeover
they,
Edition.
had a spa day
So he
down at the
looks-
forge.
Looks so cool. Love both of these. I'm so happy.
I come up to his knee.
Yeah, he big. He real big.
My favorite thing about him is this emblem on the chest that has this like lava cracks coming out of it,
Into his chest.
Yeah.
He's just so cool.
and his
Actually,
half socks.
The first time I saw this, when like warmers, when character art was showing me, I actually think their 3D interpretation of like the molten feathery thing came across so much better than even in the comics. Like he just kind of looked jaggy. I was like, I guess I don't even know what I'm looking at. Not to say the art wasn't great; it's beautiful, but the way that when they're sculpting it in 3D in high resolution, it actually made me appreciate this character even more because it looks like little embers from like a fire, but like feathers. It's really cool.
I think one of the references for the feathers was like shale rocks or something. So
Awesome.
it's like it's all like on theme and really cool.
I love it. So happy.
Awesome.
But yeah, he's the second. There's 3 events. There's the encounter with Batman Who Laughs, this fight, and then a final fight. Final fight. There are some surprise cameos in the final fight.
A lot, actually. Like, kind of a ton.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
It's like a reunion tour.
It is kind of. And there's a few characters that show up that I'm so excited about. I hope the players are as excited when they see them.
There were a couple that I hadn't seen because I guess I just never encountered them
You weren't
before.
aware of them.
Yeah, but I saw them and was like, hey, these guys are great.
Really neat. Should we save that?
I think we should save
Let
that.
them discover that organically.
Yeah, so we've shown Forge Master Hawkman, Hawkgirl and Hawkman refreshes. We showed Lady Blackhawk. They've seen Dawnbreaker and the Drowned. Do you want to show this guy?
Yeah, I don't see why not. A
All
little
right.
glimpsey.
I mean, we didn't know who.
When do they see your thing? When do we show them the pretty thing? Not till launch day?
The key art?
Yes.
Oh.
The pretty thing.
Yes, we saved
mindful
key
of
I was
key
like,
art.
that's a key.
I took it out of my pocket, then I locked my door with it. It's key art.
I don't know.
I'm so good at charades.
Yes, we saved key art for launch day.
So it'll be a long time before you see it, but it's also really great.
Not that long.
That's true. Not that long. Long time of like a few weeks. Yeah. Oh, he's like way smaller. He's like huge.
It's like normal version.
This is not.
I
Sorry.
believe these guys can
It's not your
change their
fault.
I grabbed
size
the wrong
at will.
ID.
Just
Just
zoom in
zoom
really
in.
close.
Real close.
We need to do a forced perspective.
It's like we share one brain cell.
Oh, hang on. Let me
Just
grab
zoom in.
it. That was a huge
When do
one
I get
now.
to use it?
I'm sorry.
I don't know if that was HR laughing off camera to our one brain cell. But
Should probably let HR know that they're loud enough to make the microphone through 2 doors.
did they get through?
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
As any good HR should, I think.
So I know we did like another refresh. She is bird themed, but not to this episode. Is she released yet?
No.
Oh.
There's so many riddles.
Stop talking.
Oh.
Stop talking.
Now, there is another one who's bird themed who was released, and I saw her on the forums.
All right, I'll talk about the same one.
Raven?
Yeah.
Yes. Shit.
Is that who?
Double darn. Yeah, Raven kind of just flew out to live, I guess,
As
without
ravens
much
do.
pomp and circumstance.
Now I want to know who you were thinking about.
We'll
But
discuss
later.
I'll write it down. You can read it later
Okay.
when you're sitting down.
Okay, here's the
There.
Bat
Now he's true.
in
to
his full
true
splendor.
size. Oh, he's really.
He's like, my original form was just a trick. So who's this guy?
He opened up a can of spinach with that big claw and got real big.
Who's this guy who's obviously the heavyweight champion in the multiverse?
He is Barbatos, the Bat God, the original Bat entity. Created the Bat Tribe. Created Batman, essentially. That's one of the biggest retcons in DC history.
pretty,
He literally was the bat that flew in the window.
He's got a pretty sweet
And
resume.
inspired him to become a bat.
Wow.
He's like, how do I get him to become Batman? I'm just gonna be a bat.
It's like-
That'll do it,
Be
right?
a
I'll
bat.
just be like a bat.
It's like some
fly out.
Inception level manipulation right there.
Yeah.
Except
so
not that clever. It's
so-
pretty straightforward. You know.
he and over time,
Sorry.
over all the millennia, he was guiding Bruce towards tricking him into, investigating the Dark Multiverse, which would actually make us vulnerable. Which is part of in the duo what he's struggling with in his mind is that it's kind of his fault that this happened. So
Kind of.
I know how he feels.
kind of entirely, but he's Batman and probably won't ever really come to terms with that. But he also actually shows up in the duo in like a spooky form.
It's a really, really cool scene. I wanted to show it, but it was too cool to show.
Yeah, so
It really was.
I'll just spoil it by talking about it.
You got to play that to really
And
experience
he
it.
is the last boss, but he is not the only one in the last fight. It's like you're saying, it's like a reunion. It's like Battalooza.
I mean, a guy like that doesn't roll without, at least 6 deep with his thugs and minions.
Oh dear.
Yep.
There's a cool. We're not going to necessarily show any of the mechanics or anything, but there's what was really important in beating Barbatos was creating 10th metal armor. So you actually get to do that in the last fight.
In the fight. Yeah.
In the fight, like Hawkman's like, go get, which he becomes a good guy. I guess it's spoiling it. Anyway, he forges you armor that then you can go interact with him, and he kind of adds 10th metal to your character, which looks so freaking cool. And then it allows you to weaken Barbatos and do some other stuff I'm not going to tell people about. But that was like a really important thing in the comics. I wanted to make sure we hit that in the gameplay.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So people are asking about Barbatos' level. It turns out he is actually level 1. He's
Weird.
he just started
he
playing the
needed.
game.
We were just trying to balance him out.
Yeah,
We had to bring him
but
down.
like he's so powerful, we had to bring him down to level 1, so he didn't just one-shot everybody.
Yeah,
that's how bad gods are.
Yeah, that's true.
They're like, what? What? Yeah, the Dark Multiverse hasn't leveled up much, being down.
It scaled him. It downscaled him. Yeah.
He's
clamped.
clamped.
Everyone's going to be stat clamped to level
Oh.
1. That is not
We're
true.
trying a new
That
thing.
is not true. That is not true.
So before we leave you, can Oceans, can you become Red 5 again for a bit?
Oh, just a second. Hi, Red
you.
5 standing by.
It's good to have you.
Yeah,
Oceans
it's
is
good to
doing
be
a
here.
little bit- I mean, she's great, but
I feel
Really
somehow,
excited that
I feel
Red
somehow
5's
less
back.
charming.
yeah. Can you tell us first of all a little bit about this here OP item?
Oh, wow. Yeah, so that looks like the Bat God's Belt of Omnipotence, the OP item. So while you're here in the World Forge, you might be lucky enough to come across something to create your own things out of the World Forge essence, maybe a mold. And if you do that and you follow the directions, you too can have your own.
The mold has the directions. Okay.
Yeah, it's
So I'm gonna try to get in the corner. There we go. You're covering up the icon.
Oh,
Megzilla worked hard on that.
yeah, it's a super cool icon. It's a super
Thank
cool
you.
item. So
it is the super cool icon. I'm sorry I covered it.
Wow, thank you. Actually, the process that Red 5 you made it right, like the system for how to build the belt.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's actually cool because you see it like literally change and be molded.
that's true. I made a lot of demands for this one.
Yeah.
You were
And
very
then
I was
kind
trying to be positive, not
I was like,
oh,
and
we're
then it
ready.
looks like this, and then when you add this, it looks like this.
So how many
so, yeah.
icons are there?
I think it's 4 total.
Somewhere around 4, yeah. Some stuff.
It's not that many.
No, it's not too bad.
No.
I thought it was easy.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah, it's great. That sounds
But it's fun. It's fun to work on.
cool. Okay, let's talk about event gear real quick.
Oh, right. Yeah. So one of the things that they let me do this time was something something I'm actually pretty excited about. Because I've been playing the game a lot lately. And, when I'm playing low level or on my alts and I'm doing event mode stuff, I wanted to be more excited about getting event gear. So one of the things we're trying out is that the event gear scaling boxes that you get, which in this case is going to be the Battlehawk gear, the suit you're wearing right now. Normally you get a box and you open it and it scales with the gear. It's still going to do that, but it's going to scale faster. So it's still going to have the same maximum skill level, but it's just going to get you there faster. So I wanted that to be something that you're more incentivized to want to buy. So try that out. Let me know what you think. I'm excited to hear thoughts.
I am very happy about that change because it did feel like, yay, I'm making progress, but I want to see that
Yeah.
immediately.
I think
put
that-
on a piece of gear.
I've been spoiled by the Universal Tier gear
Yeah.
because I'll go over there and just be like, huge jumps. And I want that from the event gear too. So we're going to give
That's
that
great.
a shot.
So this is good for you.
Have fun
And I
scaling.
like it. Have fun scaling.
There are new artifacts. We're not going to talk about them today on this stream. We might talk about later today, but not in the live stream. And there's one more thing you were going to talk about.
I don't think so. Was there?
Yep.
Did you write it down so that you
No.
can, you want to just go right into it?
Definitely didn't write it down.
You're going to need to line.
Yeah, line?
Line.
No. All right. Well,
I don't know.
it'll come to us one day.
Can we look at Raven?
Was this the part
Do you
where
wanna
I
look at
did
Raven?
I do.
Unrelated entirely.
Yeah.
Raven.
No, she was just a refresh character and
That we have not live streamed.
It's gonna
She's
bother
not
me.
live streamed.
Yeah.
She kind of got snuck in, and she's absolutely beautiful. So I want everyone to look at her.
She was sculpted by. Did we outsource that one?
I
think we had to do major reconstructive
Yes.
surgery on her face, though. Who did the face?
He doesn't have a dev name,
Okay.
so
The lead.
the lead.
Character artist. And you did the concept?
Yeah, that's not why I'm so excited. It was just a really big upgrade.
It doesn't hurt.
It is.
It does not hurt.
It is a glam up.
Oh, I
And
got
she-
her behind the
She
fake door.
kind of looks. There's a door there. And she kind of looks appropriate. This is a very Trigon-ish looking area, so why not? Hi, Raven. You look good.
There we go.
She looks so cool.
Wonderful face.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everything else.
and just nice high res texture.
Do we know who sculpted it?
It was
It was-
outsourced, and lead character did the face.
Nice. That looks great.
That's what we just talked about.
Yeah.
I was blinded by Her Majesty.
Blinded by
so-
Raven.
Yeah. So if you haven't noticed yet, if you go play anything any content Ravens, and I think on live she looks like this now,
Yes.
because we
Yes,
just
yes.
want to make the game better and look better, particularly the iconics, modernize them, both tech and design. Because there's some characters where it's like doesn't even resonate anymore. Like when we updated Wonder Woman, it was really nice.
Yeah.
Because ever since the movie and the rebirth costumes,
Definitely.
I very much like the newer Wonder Woman.
All right, so that's basically the DLC. That's part 2 coming out. We do want to specify what's going on tonight with the test server.
Ooh.
Okay.
Is it tonight? Are we sure it's tonight or just
as
live?
far as I know,
As far as we know, it's tonight. But it's gonna be a little different. We're gonna have you guys test the open world. What?
Oh, so fingers crossed that
Right, fingers
we
crossed.
can get
Yeah.
that test server out.
We're gonna have you guys test. We're gonna have you guys test the open world, the duo, and the alert
And the alert.
this weekend, hopefully, if you will, please. And then we'll have the raids out next weekend,
right.
for some specific raid testing. And I think that's gonna help us focus feedback
Yes.
and get things better addressed before we go live and stuff.
We'll have enough time. I think we're a little bit earlier in the cycle
We
than
are.
usual, so we'll have enough time to get the feedback in and get it before launch. But yeah, this weekend, open world duo alert, so kind of like the first half, and then next weekend the second half. And we're also going to spend a little bit extra time polishing the mechanics, and
Of course.
like I talked about,
yeah.
there's that new type of gameplay with the Batman Who Laughs, so something new kind of takes a little bit longer sometimes, and so we're working on that. It's really nifty though.
Yeah.
So it'll be worth it, and we wanted you guys to focus on that, and then we can direct your attention to the raids, both the event version and the normal version and elite next week.
Yeah, I think our live stream predictors and launch date predictors were all very confused that there was a live stream today. So,
Got him.
yeah,
I didn't even know it was happening until I accidentally wandered into your office, and then I was on the live stream.
that's
so-
true. Whoops. Thanks for showing up, Ocean.
Thanks for having me.
I'm gonna hang out in chat here for some questions if you guys have them and we haven't answered them. But for now, we're gonna get back to work.
At 5 o'clock on a Friday, that's not likely.
All right, I'm gonna get back to work.
I mean,
Yeah.
Jack left, so
That's
Right.
gonna,
Okay.
we're free, man.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna stay here alone.
I'm gonna start goofing off.
That's fine. I like being alone. Thank you for joining us.
That's
Yes,
polite.
thank
Get
you.
out of my
Thanks,
office.
Thank you.
Red 5
Our
/
server
Ocean.
is down right now, but unless something went wrong and we don't know about it, it'll be up soon.
Yeah, this evening in a couple hours. And Nerd Pride, thank you for joining us.
You are welcome.
I thanked everybody else, but then
Then
you were talking.
Yeah, I do that. I'm known to do that.
Yep. Thank you guys for joining us. That's Metal Part 2 coming this December. And I hope you guys test it out this weekend next. We'd really appreciate that. Later.
Stay classy, DCUO.